I just love to know, Brad, what's giving you hope right now? Like what's exciting you as you squint and kind of look ahead with the church? Where are you, what's giving you hope right now?
Well, I would say for sure that the the removal of a lot of barriers that used to be in place, and now that I would say a fresh wind of God's Spirit and His church moving globally through many movements. But Alpha is a great example.
Hmm.
Alpha is now in many ways, like I would say, at the tip of the spear, and for so many different leaders and theological persuasions, all sort of looking at that going, we're going to come underneath that banner and move forward.
Hmm.
Because in some ways, like they feel desperate, but also there's a true sense that I think we are moving into a new season of a great harvest.
Yeah.
And so that for me gives me tons of hope and energy and optimism. I also see a new leader who's emerging, that in general, like, they are not the center of the story,
Hmm.
and they're actually like anti being the center of the story. You almost have to pull them out of their tendency to want to sort of avoid being the center of the story, compared to, I think, a season for my peers and many of those who came before me, that it was almost like, as soon as there's any potential for me to elevate, I will.
Hmm.
And some of that's just the season you're in and the generation and how. But I just like this idea that there's a new kind of leader that's hidden, and not because they're scared, but because they have a different perspective on what influence looks like. And
Hmm.
so many of them, when you ask them, hey, what have you been doing? And they will say, I've been investing in my team and in my local community, and I could care less about anything else that's out there. And that's just refreshing. And it's
Yeah.
it's more and more the story. And then the third thing I would say is that there is an opportunity that all of us have to to be be more influential, based on technology, based on current trends, based on reality, than we ever had the potential to be, by basically sitting at home and not having to use all of the metrics or the standards or the organizations or the the steps to want what once looked like influence. And this is exciting. Now, if you're scared of that because it's change, it can look like, oh, I can't believe that these young cats, some 25-year-old can have 10 million followers on Instagram, and all of a sudden, well, like, okay, that's one way to look at it, but another way to look at it is, wow, can you believe that we have
Yeah.
that kind of opportunity today to be able to make a difference so quickly, with removing all those barriers that once used to be there?